All right, it says I'm live, but I got Eli. Where are you? I'm about to have to go watch this movie. Well, I think I'm live now, Barbara. How you doing? Can you folks see me? Let me know if you can see me live. I'm actually at Red Morton Park. I was going to be at a different location today, but some things transpired as usual. So many things have been transpiring lately, and it just throws off your schedule. You know, when you're trying to build a community and, keep people together and do the right thing. And some people just don't understand that there's a group of haters out there that just loves to stir the pot. Can you folks actually hear me and see me out there? Let me know. Can you folks hear me and see me out there? Let me know. I'm not seeing any chat messages, but it says I'm live. Got live chat on. Shows that we have 12 in the box, 13 in the box right now. 7 thumbs up. I'm going to wait until somebody confirms that they can see me and hear me in the chat. Jenny O'Brien, thank you. It says I'm good. All right. So again, sorry for the late start, folks. I had to delay this an hour and then even furthermore because just lots of things happening behind the scenes from people that I want to have faith in. And they keep flip-flopping back and forth. Kind of like flipping a fucking pancake. They keep flip-flopping back and forth. And I don't understand it. I don't get it. I'm just going to come out and say it because, look, I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to say, ooh, don't say this on the air. Ooh, don't tell this person that. What are we, kindergartners or preschoolers? What is this? I'm done with that. I am done with people behaving like preschoolers. Don't say this, don't say that. Take my blue wrench away because the other side is coming at me and saying and asking me, why do you have a blue wrench on Eli's channel? It's ridiculous. And you know it is. And if you don't think that I'm going to talk about, I'm not going to get mad at you. I'm going to mention your channel name here because your message is what delayed the start of my show, and I feel everyone should be aware of that. I'm not blaming you, at least not completely, but it's up to you to decide if you want to listen to the other side trying to keep this back and forth going between the hate group, which is them, and the good people, which is us. So I got a message from BWYA Adventures saying that she can no longer be a part of this on both sides, and she asked me to remove her mod wrench, which I have not done yet. I have not done that yet. And see, Redwood City Police just drove by. Anyone want to pay a visit? They love Red Morton Park. I'll tell you. The police love, the Popo loves Red Morton Park. I can see and hear you all good. Says Politically Yours by Javier. Hey Javier, how you doing, bro? Thanks for being here. Stravincing, duh, my chops are too fat to pan fry gur. So BWI Adventure sends me a message, like I said, to ask me to remove her mod wrench because she doesn't want to do this back and forth between both sides. Well, then why don't you pick a side, BWI Adventures, and stick to it? If you like what's happening over here, because we like having you around, we think you're a good person and you've had a great time here. You've also donated over here. I never asked you to do it, but you did it, and I respect and appreciate that. We've been nothing but good to you, and we haven't told you to not go to the other side. If you want to watch them, watch them. We haven't told you anything, yet they come to you and I guess attack you or criticize you for having a blue wrench, and then you come running to me right before I'm supposed to go live to say, remove my I can't even talk, remove my blue wrench. 26 in the box right now. Again, I have not removed your wrench, and I'm not going to remove your wrench until you and I talk, and Barbara Placence will be present if Barbara is okay with that, which I'm sure she is, because Barbara's a damn good person. Barbara has like executive level status on my channel, along with Granny Monster, ODN, Matt Shangy, and Fire Ice Witch. That's the Coach Eli executive team. You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. I'm not saying you're messing with us, BWYA, but I'm going to talk with you with one other person additional, because I don't want there to be a he said, she said. Thank you, moderators, for moderating the chat. We're going to get trolled as usual. Moderators, I trust that you're going to handle the chat right now. I want to focus on my show. Hey, Kelvin Clymer, how you doing, brother? Thank you for being here. We're going to get, he said, the Carver family says, I love the title of this stream. Always got to be yourself, no matter if you're on YouTube or not. Absolutely. We're going to get to that in a second. He said, she said, BS, says XC Ben. You're right. I don't know what you just wrote there, Javier, but you retracted your message. Can somebody tell me what Javier said if you saw it before he retracted the message? Can anyone tell me what Javier said? I'm just kind of wondering. Nope, says XC Ben. Barbara, did you catch that? I just want to make sure it wasn't a stab at me or something. I mean, Javier's new here, and I met him through networking, and he seems to be a good guy. But it doesn't mean someone's not going to take a stab at me because they just met me. Kelvin Clymer, I'm doing good. Need to pack some stuff for my flight tomorrow soon. So we'll be for a bit, then I'll leave to do that. I know sometimes you folks don't write in complete sentences because you're writing fast, so I'm trying to make it sound right. Javier said, something is happening on my end. Some of my comments are getting erased. Yeah, please do not erase Javier's messages. Moderators only delete messages if people are self-promoting their channel or they're attacking someone. If someone's stating an opinion, you want to hear it. We've got 32 people in the box right now. There's a little bit of wind here, so I'm sorry if you hear some wind noise. So BWYA Adventures, I know you're here and you're watching me live right now. I'm not mad at you. Sheena says no one deleted. Yeah, it said message retracted, which means I saw message retracted here on my screen, Javier, which means you deleted your own message. If you're on your phone, maybe you did that by mistake, brother. So just be careful. Guessing my English spelling just isn't just as bad. No, it's not bad, Kelvin. No, and I'm not criticizing you. You're a good guy. I'm just trying to read it in a way where everyone will understand it. So please, no disrespect. You're a good guy. I'm not criticizing you one bit. I know everybody types fast on their phones, and sometimes there are words missing on accident. So I try to fill in those missing words and try to make you folks look good, because you deserve to look good. So anyway, I had a bunch of people on bikes, a bunch of coppers on bikes. So I switched sides. This is the bad reception side. We got 35 in the box right now. Anyway, Santa Palacio. So really, they are telling her what to do. Gee, adventures, get a clue, yo. I have to agree with that because the only person that I can hold accountable for their behavior is the person that's coming at me. Like BWI Adventures, you could choose to not associate with me or them or both, independent of what someone else is trying to tell you to do. I've never once told you what to do or not to do. BWYA. Politically Yours by Javier Santa Maria. I did delete that one, but I've been trying to send other messages and only one of 5 attempts is working. Sorry for the confusion, Coach Eli. No confusion. Let me let you know what's going on, Javier. I use Nightbot for extreme security and the YouTube block words list. And some words are blocked here because they're words that my haters were using. If your message does not go through, man, then just keep trying. It'll go through. Give me a second. My shoe's untied. Give me a second. All right. I'm sorry about that. I had to tie my shoes, or one of my shoes on my left foot was untied. Sheena says, Eli, I've been said some of these people are not here for good reasons. You trust them, but they're spies. No, I don't think that's what's happening with BWY Adventures. I think BWY Adventures is a lot like me. She wants to be friends with everyone. She wants to think that everyone has intentions in their own special way. Because I honestly wish that's how people could be as well. Is the audio coming through okay, folks? I want to make sure that you can hear me okay because I readjusted my microphone to a different spot again today. Is it clear? Is it loud enough, soft, too loud? Can you let me know, folks? I honestly believe that BWI Adventures really cares about everyone overall. She has the best interests of everyone in her head and heart. I don't question that one bit about you, BWI Adventures. But what I am going to question is the fact that you pretty much flip-flop, if not as much more than RJ Sandifer. You know, the blind YouTuber that flip-flops all the time, who's also shut down like 10 channels and then keeps reinventing himself. And now he's back again talking smack about me again. Wow, go figure. Go figure. Got 38 in the box right now. Maybe these guys took a day off from botting me. 41 in the box. Legitimate. 40 in the box. Sandra says, audio's all good, says Javier. Sandra says, you are fine. Even though I'm on mobile, folks, and you can't do the greatest production on mobile, I still try to bring the best audio and video quality possible. I do care about your viewing and listening experience as well as the content. So thank you for that. So BWI Adventures. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to move on to some other things I want to talk about here because I have a topic to discuss. Hey, Jackie Spirit of Adventure, thank you so much for being here. And welcome, Terry's G and G. Thank you, brother, for being here. If there was 40 in the box, wouldn't be much of a hockey game, right? There's a story that goes back years ago. It's a story on how I started saying in the box. There used to be another content creator I used to make fun of out here. His name is Chris Cantu. He used to have 10,000 subscribers on a channel that no longer exists. And he used to get 100, 200 people on his streams. And he would say, 200 soldiers in the box. 200 soldiers in the box. Right? So I just shortened that. I said 50 in the box. That's where I got that from. And it's stuck since that time. I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, let me move around some people on the path here. Play enough folks for a hockey game, absolutely. We're down to 34 right now because what's happening is the haters on the other side are coming in and thumbing me down. Gotta love it, right? So BWI Adventures, I'm willing to have a conversation with you tonight. Before you go to bed, you're Eastern time, Barbara Central time, I'm Pacific time. And talk about this. You, myself, and Barbara. Barbara, if you're there, can you let me know? Are you cool with that? Want to have a private conversation with you, BWI Adventures, Barbara Plaisance, and myself. And we want you to be honest with us what's going on here. And then I'm going to say this. Look, you're going to have to decide which side you want to be a part of. Now, I don't typically make people choose sides. I'm all about people should be able to go wherever they want to go. In this case, between my haters, the hate group, and my group that is being attacked by them, this creates a conflict of interest. I've mentioned this before. This creates a conflict of interest. So, there's no choice but to make a choice. You can't play both sides of the fence when there are two groups that are in a conflict of interest. You have to choose one or the other, or, like you may want to do, BWI Adventures, walk away completely. I honestly don't feel you want to walk away because you have a YouTube channel that you want to grow. I hope this works. Just wanted to... Dude, your message is cut off. I don't know why it's cutting off here on my screen. I'm really glad to be watching your stream. Thank you, Javier. I like your channel name, bro. Politically yours. Oh, sorry, not politically, poetically. I said politically. I'm used to this politics thing lately here. Poetically yours by Javier. Poetically. You can write us a poem. Sorry, dude. I've been on this political thing lately. Especially since Donald Trump was impeached the other day. But yeah, BWI Adventures, you can choose to either be on one side, the other side, or withdraw. I understand that. It's your choice. But BWI Adventures, if there's one side that's always welcomed you with open arms and never questioned anything about you and never told you what you can and can't do, like, we don't care if you go to the other side and watch them. What we care about is if you're a spy, which I don't think you are, and you're coming in here for intel, and then you're talking smack about us to the other side. That's the only reason we would ever have to remove you or exile you. But besides that, we've never questioned anything. We haven't even questioned a damn thing since you've been back. So where's the problem? Is it because Jamie Lycan Theory has gotten in your ear and said, why are you a moderator on Eli's channel? Is it JB Gunner? Is it Trim Hits, a.k.a. Ronaldo Smith Jenkins? Who's getting in your ear, BWYA? And why are you allowing them to have that much control over you? I'm just speaking the facts. You're trying to approach me professionally, and so am I. But you're not telling me what's happening, so I have to put it out there. Because here's the thing, BWYA Adventures. I'm coming to you in good faith to do the right thing and hoping that you do the right thing. Because if you don't, you're going to lead me to believe that you were a plant and a spy the entire time. That would be the only reason why you would want me to remove your mod wrench, because you came in, you got the intel you wanted, and now you want to withdraw. Is that what it is? If that's not what it is, which I'm hoping it's not, then why would you want me to remove your wrench if it doesn't really matter? Are you still a moderator on Jamie's channel or JB Gunner's channel? Whose side are you on? Be real with me here. Don't just come approach me and say, hey, remove my wrench. And plus, you donated at least $100 to me over the past couple of weeks. I appreciate that. I don't get it. How can you sit there and donate that amount of money to me and then say, I just want to walk away? That doesn't make any sense to me. I donate to people that I've been supporting for a while and want to continue supporting. I don't donate to people that I'm going to just walk away from. What part of that makes any sense? I don't get it. What part of that makes any sense? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong when I say what part of it makes sense. I don't get it. The Sharks are playing the Blues. I'm not watching any sports right now. I'm busy. I'll catch the highlights on ESPN later. Like JB Gunner says, I'm busy. I'm busy working. It's my job. It's my job, right? Hey, Leo Mommy, can you find out where Barbara is at? She was here right before I went live, and I think she went over to watch the premiere that Matt Shangy's running right now on a 5-hour movie he just made regarding the whole drama sphere. Sounds it's going to be a good game. Yes. She is watching the movie, I think. All right. That's her choice. No big deal. I got to get ready. See you later, everyone. Well, if you want to let Barbara know that I did finally go live, she doesn't have to come here. If she wants to watch the movie, it's her choice. No big deal. I want to know if she's available later tonight. Maybe if you're around too, Leo, if you want to join us for a private conversation on Hangouts with BWYA Adventures and her and myself. And if you want to join us, you can. But I'm sure you heard what happened if you've been here since the beginning, which is why my show got delayed, because BWYA Adventures sent me the same Hangout message she sent me like 2 or 3 other times over the past several years, flip-flopping back and forth from the other side that's been attacking me to my side, back and forth, flip-flop, flip-flop, flip-flop. I don't get it. I heard and will get a hold of her behind the scenes. Thank you, Leo Mommy. I appreciate that. I greatly appreciate that. Let me come over here because somebody's coming over here on this side. Don't want to interrupt them. So anyway, today we're going to be talking about don't be a bad actor. Be your real self. Don't be a bad actor. Be your real self. I know that was the longest intro, but welcome everybody to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. The Walking with Purpose live edition, episode number 10, live from Red Morton Park in beautiful Redwood City, California. And again, the topic today is don't be a bad actor. Be your real self. Don't be a bad actor on YouTube. Be your real self, because your real self is going to prevail. And if you're a bad actor, eventually you're going to end up being like JB Gunner. Maybe Jamie Lycantheory and a few others that are in this hate group out here that's been attacking myself and trying to destroy my brand on YouTube. And they're still doing it because now, once again, they're going after BWI Adventures, and she feels the need to withdraw because of what they're doing. And she can't seem to get it in her head that that's what they've done all along. I'm not criticizing you, BWYA. I'm a little frustrated because it's been the same song and dance for like the 3rd or 4th time now over the last few years. I'm not going to play that game anymore. I'm taking my channel even more seriously now is what I'm trying to say. I am monetized and I'm focused on growing this business, helping people, and making money. But making money the right way. I'm more than just about the money, but I do want to make money. So I am focused now much more than I was before. And I'm growing with lots of new people. So the people from the past, if they give me grief and they play this game where take my wrench away, I don't want to play this, game between both sides. I'm not going to put up with it. But I'm making an exception for you because you've been a great supporter of mine. You've donated money. I acknowledge that, respect that, and appreciate that. So I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm trying to be good here, something the other side has not been to you. I don't get it. Folks, this morning, I'm not going to say I had the great pleasure of tuning in to almost the entire morning coffee show with JB Gunner because it wasn't a pleasure, but I did tune into it. I heard everything you said, JB. I know you're watching. I know you're watching too, Jamie. I know all you folks are watching because you're so obsessed with me. You love Eli. Whether you love me for the right reason or not, you love to watch me, right? Because I'm an interesting cat, right? Because you don't know what's going to come out of my mouth next, right? Is that what it is? And JB Gunner, once again, has the nerve to spin his own narrative on many events that didn't happen anywhere near in the ways he portrays them. JB Gunner will take an event and spin a narrative on it in ways that are beneficial to him, make him look good, make his audience feel good or feel sorry for him, so that way it triggers his audience to donate money. That, my friends, is the definition of a shill and a fraud and a phony. It's just my opinion. I'm entitled to it. It's my opinion. That's all he did for 4 hours is attack myself, attack Barbara Plessens, attack anyone here on my side, and he spun his own narrative on a bunch of events in ways that didn't happen. Last night, I did something I hadn't done in a while. Last night, the Publica's Joker channel, which is run by a guy that used to be a part of my channel, Ronaldo Smith-Jenkins, who we have definitive proof on is Trim Hits. And we know his real name, but we're not going to mention his real name here because we don't want to put that information out here. But he was running a stream when I ended my stream as a post-game show. He was running a stream on his channel. And he was talking about me, so I said, you know what? He put the StreamYard link in the chat. I'm going to pop on in. And I sure did. And guess who was on there? Somebody from JB Gunner's side. Shaded Lady. Shaded Lady's been a part of the gun squad for a while. Hang on, what did Sheena say? They're telling her things at Eli. The losers are getting in touch with people. Of course they are. They're trying to stop my growth. They're trying to turn all of my fans against me. And by edited videos they have on me, taking them out of context so people can think I'm a crazy guy. They're trying to paint me as a bad person with the way they edit their videos, spinning their own narrative on it, taking it out of context, and not showing these people what was said before to get me to react the way I did. And that's why I do these streams here, 43 in the box, to clear it up for people. So Shaded Lady, who's been a part of the gun squad for a while, was happy I was on because she had some questions to ask me, and I was very civil, and I answered all her questions. But she said a few things there that I was surprised. She goes, we all know JB does what he does. We all know JB only cares about JB. We all know JB's all about the money. We just accept JB for who he is. I'm like, okay. Well, unfortunately, I can't respect someone that's as selfish as JB Gunner is. If you want to accept him and pay him donations and support him and be his friend when he behaves that way, that's on you. I do not like surrounding myself with those types of people. I don't. And then today, JB Gunner was upset at the fact that she spoke about him in that way. Why, JB? Because it's the truth? You try to play the nice guy on your stream today and yesterday. You've been trying to play the role, I'm not a bad guy, I'm a good guy. No, you're not. Could you continue sending your people along with Jamie to attack my people behind the scenes? You continue to do that. Hey, Barbara. She says she's been there a while, but many people in this chat had no clue who she was. That proved what I said about, I don't even remember who she is, but she can't seem to stop talking about me. Yeah, but Barbara, you have to understand, she actually spoke the truth about JB last night. She acknowledged the way JB Gunner is. Let me come over here because I think there's better reception on this side. Pardon the wind noise, folks. It's a little bit windy right now. Barbara, can you hear me okay? How's the sound and the video on your end? But she did mention those things about JB Gunner, saying that this is who JB is. He's selfish. He's all about the money. You know, he doesn't really care about people. He cares about himself, but we just accept him for who he is. That's who he is, and we accept him for that. I don't remember exactly how it was said. It was said, you know, somewhat in that way. I'm not trying to take it out of context. I just can't remember exactly how it was stated. But basically what she was saying is that she understands that what we're saying about JB is true. But she says it is what it is, and we just choose to accept him and support him regardless. Okay, that's on you. But can you also understand why people like us despise people like him that behave like him, right? You're good, Eli. Now they're saying Barbara called CPS on Brutally Lauren, and she tells people that when she and Susie are the ones calling. Yeah. And here's the thing. Even if she did call CPS, which I know for a fact she did it, I considered calling CPS. I even said it publicly, because if this guy is doing ecstasy live on the air on his YouTube channel, number one, I'm surprised YouTube has not shut him down for that. Number two, he's putting those ecstasy pills in the kid's game container, and then he has his girlfriend's kids in the house. If he's doing that with kids in the house, CPS needs to be made aware of that, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Tell me I'm wrong. Those kids are in danger, in my opinion. So even if she did call CPS, which I know she didn't, or even if she thought about calling CPS, can you blame her? When I told Lauren I never called CPS, she didn't say, well, the information that you put out there made people call on me. Barbara, here's the thing. If people don't want people to call CPS on them, then don't give people any reason to call CPS on yourself. Right? If you don't give people a reason to do something, they won't do it. And if they try to do it, there's nothing to prove. All these people out there every day are saying, we're flagging you every day. Yes, you are. But I'm still alive at Red Morton Park, and I'm monetized, and all my videos are green. Why? Because I'm not violating the guidelines. There's nothing to flag, and you know it. I'm not violating your copyright. I'm not attacking you. I'm responding to you maturely and professionally. Something you're not capable of doing, which is why you're getting shut down on many channels, right? So they can keep on trying to flag me down all they want. For what? They've had the manually review every single one of my last 10 plus streams, and they've all been approved as advertiser friendly. So you don't think they're looking at the flags that you guys are putting on me, then checking out my content to see if they abide not only by community guidelines but ad-friendly guidelines before they fully monetize them? You don't think they're looking at that? And then they're saying, oh my gosh, this guy must have a bunch of haters that just can't stand him. He's a good guy. And He lives in Redwood City, only 20 minutes south of San Bruno. We can invite him to YouTube headquarters one day and maybe do an interview with him. I'd love that, YouTube. I would. So thank you, Team YouTube, for doing the right thing. But yeah, people can try to do whatever they want. If nothing bad is happening, then nothing bad's going to happen. If you call CPS on someone and there's no problem in the household, CPS will come in for 5 minutes, take a look. Oh, it's a false call. Oh, it was an internet prank. Yes. See, I don't worry about these things, folks, because I know I've done nothing wrong. I'm not worried about my channel getting shut down. I'm not worried about getting a strike because I'm not giving them a reason to give me a strike. See, ultimately, YouTube determines what's a violation of community guidelines and what's a violation of copyright on their platform. You guys can flag me all you want. If YouTube doesn't deem it to be flag worthy, it's not going to go anywhere. Where has it gone so far? Nowhere. It's wasted your time. Barbara, nobody wants to take responsibility for their bad actions. It is easier to blame everyone else. That's right. That's absolutely right. It's sad. Folks, if you want to grow on YouTube, just be yourself. Right now, I'm not really enjoying having to talk about this, but I don't have a choice because these people are attacking the people I care for, and I got to stand up for my people and for myself. But I create real content around it as well. I incorporate what's going on around me with topics that you folks can learn from, such as this one. Don't be a bad actor on YouTube. Be your real self. Because your real self is not going to change because that's who you are. If you're a bad actor and you're putting on this persona that people assume to be your real self, once you change that, people are going to question you. And you're going to lose credibility, right? Why put yourself in that position? Why not just be your real self from the beginning and continue to be yourself? And then there's no way people can get the wrong idea about you. And for the people that do get the wrong idea about you, then maybe they're just sick in the head. And you don't want those people around anyway, right? Looks like it's going to rain outside, Eli. Well, there aren't that many clouds right now, Marcel. It's just getting darker here, man. I started the stream late. I've got one more lap to go on the stream and then 2 more laps before I end my walk. Let's see. What does Terry's G&G say? There's like a bad pitcher throwing for strikes and only coming up with wild pitches. Yeah, that's JB Gunner. The truth always comes to the light, says Barbara. What else are people saying here? It disgusts me to see what's been happening lately with the other side. And it all stems back to primarily to JB Gunner and Jamie Lycan Theory is involved. Now, Jamie Lycan Theory channel came on that stream I was on last night on Puffacus Joker's channel, which is run by Ronaldo Smith Jenkins, a.k.a. Trim Hits, a.k.a. we know his real name. We're not going to say it here. And Jamie was very nice to me. And Jamie, I know you're watching. You were very nice to me last night. That's very unusual. I think, Jamie, you're realizing that, what's happening to you is happening because of the way you've done things. I've never wanted to come at you, Jamie. I've never wanted to put strikes on your channel. Like I told you last night, I really did like your original content when I first met you 3 years ago when you would do your Purple Pill videos. I still think that content is good to this day. But then you strayed away from it because you saw an opportunity that JB Gunner found to exploit me and then extort money from me. So you realize that's a very profitable market. What you didn't realize and may still not realize, Jamie, is that it's a limited temporary market with lots of turnover, lots of drama. Do you want to make money living in a drama sphere, Jamie, or do you want to make money being happy surrounded by good people? Which one would you prefer, man? I'm serious, dude. That's a serious, honest question. So I don't know what your intentions were on that stream last night, Jamie. Were you trying to be nice to me so I back off? So eventually I stop flagging your channel for the things you're doing and you don't get shut down for violating YouTube's community guidelines? Or what was the reason, man? Then Jamie even said that JB Gunner, you didn't even mention this about Jamie last night on your show today. Jamie even said, my relationship with JB Gunner is strictly business. We're business partners. In essence, this is what I assume Jamie's saying, is that Jamie doesn't agree with many of your methods. What he has with you is strictly business. Now, I told Jamie on the show last night, I'll say it again here right now, I would never do business with somebody like JB Gunner, even if it was just business. I don't like doing business with people I assume to be shady. I say assume because that's my opinion. Yours may be different, right? But Jamie, if you want to do business with a guy like JB Gunner, and it's strictly business, that's on you. But if you think that's not going to get you any repercussion from people, just because of the fact you're associating with them in some capacity, especially doing business, then you're out of your mind. So why didn't you mention that, JB? Because the thing is this, JB. Jamie does free graphics designing for you. I've said this time and time again. If you had to pay a graphics designer to do for you what Jamie's doing, it would cost you thousands of dollars per month to set up the websites, do the designs. Now you're going to have Jamie do, new channel art for all your channels, right? And he's going to give you a good price on that. He's going to give you the brother-in-law discount, right? But if you had to pay an actual graphics designer to do this, there's no way in hell. I'm not saying you couldn't afford it, but you wouldn't want to pay that kind of money. It would cost you thousands, and you know it. So in essence, in my opinion, they're both just using each other. But furthermore, in my opinion, I honestly feel that JB Gunner is more so using Jamie than Jamie's using him. I think Jamie knows it, though, and I think Jamie's just saying, look, even if I only make 30% of what JB Gunner makes, I'm still making 30% more than I would be making. I'm sure you're smart enough to realize, Jamie, that from a profitability standpoint, JB's making more out of this than you, solely on the fact that you're the one doing the work and you're not figuring in the amount you're worth of everything you create. I've said it before, Jamie. If you charge $200 to $500 an hour for a graphics design, and let's say it takes you 2-3 hours to do a design at $200, let's go on the low end, right? $600. You're already in the hole, $600. And when you put that design on anything that you and JB have collaborated on and you split the profits, you're at negative 600 and JB's at 0. And the first shirt or promotional item you sell, merch item you sell, let's say you make a $5 profit, you get $2.50, he gets $2.50, right? JB is plus $2.50. And you're still negative $597.50. Because you're not taking into consideration the amount of time and physical effort sitting down on that computer to create that design. You're getting screwed, bro. I've told you this before. I'll tell you this again. And I think you know JB's getting the better end of the deal. But the bottom line is you're making something better than nothing. You're looking at it as an affiliate program. Like, okay, it's just another income source. I know JB's going to make more, but even though I'm doing the designs and I'm already in the hole creating them, even a little bit of money is better than no money. As long as you understand that, Jamie, which I think you do, then that's on you if you want to do business in that way. I don't like doing business in that way. Still have 38 in the box. Let's see. What did Liam want to say? And their merch is very expensive. Well, it's the average price. The reason why it's more than some other places is because they're using Teespring and TeePublic. And what happens, Leo, is that they're making those shirts to order. The best way to do it is to buy items in bulk, because the production companies have to do runs. And if they have to run just one design on one item at a time, it costs them more than to run 100 of the same thing at the same time. The problem, furthermore, is if you buy 100 mugs or shirts, you have to store them in your place, and then you have to ship them yourself. What Teespring and TeePublic does is they create them to order, and then they drop ship them for you, right? So they do all the work to the point of where all you have to do is promote the stuff. So it costs more money to do that. You pay more, and then they make less profit. They still make an okay amount, but they would make more profit buying in bulk, storing the products themselves, and drop shipping themselves. But they don't want to do that because that's a lot of work. I can understand that. Teespring to Canada takes almost 2 to 3 weeks to get your order when you order one product from them. Well, that's because they're making it to order, Terry. It's not about the time it takes to get there once it's shipped. It's the time it takes for them to, number one, produce that shirt or that mug or whatever promotional item it is, whatever merch item it is. They have other runs to do. Once they do that, then they got to ship it out. So that's why. And plus, yeah, from US to Canada, it's going to take a few more days than, from, let's say, New York to San Francisco, which would take a few days, like, 2-3 days, 5 days max, depending on the shipping speed you select. So I get that. Yeah, they buy bulk ship. Yeah, they bulk ship too. Bulk shipping is the best way to do it. It just isn't feasible, for people when they're starting a new business or they're still a small business. Because you have to, store the stuff yourself in your place, and then you have to drop ship every order yourself. And I don't want to be a shipping and receiving department out of my place. I'd rather, and when I start selling merch, I'll probably do the same thing that they're doing. I'll probably use Teespring and TeePublic. So I'm not blaming them for doing that. It's not a bad idea. The thing is that Jamie doesn't realize, I think he does. Maybe he doesn't. JB Gunner is using him, and Jamie's using JB Gunner. They're using each other, but JB Gunner is still getting the better end of the deal. That's how JB Gunner works. He's never been fair at all. Ever. Not in any of my dealings with him over the past 2.5 years or so that I've known him, maybe almost 3 years now. Starting to get dark here. The lights are on. The auto exposure is kicking in. So, folks, pardon the picture getting a little grainy. We're still going to go another 10, 15 minutes here. Got 29 in the box right now. Eli, my cyber technology friend, is investigating for you now because I asked him I'll have some info Monday about the bots. Well, thank you, Sheena. Fortunately, they decided to not bot me on this stream, which is good because I've had 30 to 40 people here on my own. And that's what they don't want to see. They've also been simulcasting me again. They've been simulcasting me again with unlisted links. JD Gunner was bragging about it today. To be honest with you, I really don't care. I think they're lying because my copyright match tool would pick up them simulcasting me. Unless they're not showing the video and then they're modulating the audio and they're doing a workaround. If you're doing that, JB, then you're going to circumvent the content ID matching system. JB, you know what copyright match tool is. You've got it in your, studio. Your creator studio, which is not just called Studio. The new Studio Beta, which is not just called Studio. I remember JB Gunner, you did a video when copyright match tool first came out earlier in the year. And you tried to make me believe that, you could flag me for stuff, right? And you showed the portion on the left of the screen that said copyright with the C, right? But you didn't scroll over to show which videos have been identified as violating your copyright. Because none of mine were there, JB. None of mine were there. That's why you didn't show it. You're just trying to scare me because you didn't think I knew what the copyright match tool is. As a matter of fact, YouTube started talking about copyright match tool over 2 years ago. And I was one of the first ones to see a video about them working on it. I always get on the forefront of changes out here on YouTube. That's why I'm YouTube certified. I can always keep you folks in the loop regarding what's happening on YouTube for actual creators. And I can always answer your concerns regarding that. Carrie's GG&G. If they're small, if they're simulcasting, I think that is classified legally as stalking, wouldn't it? No, it's not. It's not stalking. It's violating my copyright, bro. The problem is, if they're doing it with an unlisted link or a private link or on a different platform, they're trying to make it very difficult for me to find out about it. Because the reason why they do it is JB Gunner and Jamie, but it's more so JB now. JB Gunner knows that if he doesn't simulcast me, his audience will go watch me on my channel out of curiosity. So instead of his audience coming to my neck of the woods when I stream, he creates a private or unlisted live stream. Thanks for stopping by, Leo. Have a good night. I'll talk to you later. Like I said, instead of them coming over to my, channel, JB Gunner's followers that want to hear and see what I have to say, he creates a private or unlisted stream somewhere else, maybe on YouTube, maybe on D Live or somewhere, right? Because he makes donations doing that. These people pay him money to simulcast me to try to trigger me. And I've actually stopped JB Gunner many times on YouTube. I've stricken down many of his channels. I've been a part of shutting down 3 of his D Live channels. I mean, we've actually made a big dent in stopping JB Gunner. But what does that do? It frustrates him. It fuels him to keep finding more ways to circumvent me from taking him down legally. So no, are they stalking me? Do I feel JB Gunner is stalking me? Yes, I do. Am I threatened by him? No. I'm not scared or threatened by any of these people. But are they doing what you're saying they're doing? Yes, they are stalking me because they're obsessed with me, because they wish they could be me. And they're violating my copyright, and they're stealing money out of my pocket. Even if his audience of Coach Eli haters hate me, if they want to watch my content, they should watch it on my platform. For someone to rebroadcast my content, even to a group of my haters, is stealing my content. And we have proof of all this. And by the way, JB doesn't realize, but no, his time will come very soon. His time will come. Mark my words, by sometime early next year, he'll be behind steel bars where he belongs. And whenever I get big enough out here on YouTube and start getting more resources, then some more legal aspects will be taken. Because I don't foresee, as long as this guy, JB Gunner, is on the streets and not behind steel bars, he's never going to stop talking about me or simulcasting me somewhere. I'm going to continue growing with a new audience. And like I said, when I get big enough and have the resources to do so at that point, if he's not already behind bars, you better believe it, I will go after every last penny that guy has. Right now, he knows it's not worth it. I mean, I have the money to do it, but spending that money would hurt me in other ways. And I don't want to pull out on my 401k or savings or anything. I could do it if I wanted to, but it would set me back. I want to get to a position where money is no issue to fight these cases, where money's like a drop in the bucket. I'm not there yet. I do okay, but I'm not at the point of where I can just disposably spend money and sue everyone on YouTube for breathing wrong. That's a figure of speech per se, right? Still have 33 in the box, 15 thumbs up. And folks, I'm probably going to take the night off tonight. I'm not sure. I may be going out. I'm not sure if I'm going out yet. I'll find out after the stream. But whether I go out or not, I'm probably not going to stream another stream tonight. Who knows? I've said that before, and then I do a late night stream. Who knows? It just depends how I feel. Right now, I'm a little tired. It's been a long day, long week. I've been streaming twice daily. My voice is getting a little hoarse. I mean, I use honey and stuff, so I mean, my voice still sounds kind of decent. But I am tired, man. I am tired, folks. This is draining. On top of everything else I do, plus dealing with the drama just makes it more draining. And it is getting dark here, and I'll tell you, the auto exposure is keeping me at least in the picture. So thank you to the late Steve Jobs for creating a great product on the iPhone. It's pretty cool you folks can still see me, huh? I mean, it's getting a little bit darker, and it's a little, staticky because the lighting's not that great, but the auto exposure is filling me in. So, folks, we're going to wrap this up in about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to wait for these kappas that are ahead of me to get a little further ahead before I make the turn. Kappas, right? I avoid the kappas. Terry's GG and she had a grip on life. If you want to talk to a U.S. lawyer about this, I have a guy in Texas who is also a part-time guitar and amp company owner who is part of YouTube guitar community whom could help. Terry, you know what? Are you good friends with this guy? Because maybe we can have him on a live stream. I don't know if he's open to doing some live streams. I don't know if is he an actual YouTuber that's running his channel as a YouTuber, as a business? Because I would want to help someone like that grow their channel. These are the types of people I want to get to know and befriend. Because I can help people in certain ways, and they can help us in certain ways. It's the Copas Run. I'm still waiting for those kids over there. They're taking forever. Like, they're walking really slow, right in the path of where my walk is. And sorry, folks, if you hear a little wind noise right now. It's getting a little bit windy. Is the sound still okay right now? Let me know. But yeah, I'm surprised that it's getting pretty dark out here, and the auto exposure is still keeping me somewhat in the picture here. There is some lighting around the park lights, which is helping out, but the AE auto exposure is doing a great job. Pretty impressed. Not too bad. We're still holding on to 31 in the box. Thank you so much for being here. Does anyone have any other questions that they want to ask. Don't be a bad actor, folks. A lot of you want to come out here and pretend to be something you're not, like I mentioned earlier, because you feel it's going to get you some quicker traction early on, right? It's going to get you more views and subscribers early on. But you're not really being yourself. What happens if you grow by not being who you really are? Then you go back to being who you actually are. Are those people going to stick around? Because they signed up for the way you were pretending to be, not who you actually are, right? But a lot of people don't have the time and patience to grow organically and slowly and properly by just being themselves. Folks, I'll tell you, it takes you longer to grow doing it the right way. But in the long run, you're going to grow bigger and better, and it's going to be way more sustainable than if you do it the other way. Don't be a bad actor. Be your real self. Don't be a bad actor. Be your real self. There's like a yellow light up here, an orange light. I actually have an orange light that I could use on some of my streams, on my LED panels that are shining on me when I'm in my studio. I use the white ones, but I could use the orange lighting. Like if you see up here, like let me see if I can show you. See that? That's orange light. Like going by it, it should probably brighten me up a little bit more orange, give it a different look. So anyway. All right. Does anyone else have any other questions? Let me know. We've got some people behind me. I think they were crossing the street and then they started turning this way. It was kind of weird for a second. Like I said in my past streams, I try to be respectful. All right, they turned over there. I almost just ran into the fire hydrant because I wasn't looking. Boy, that would have hurt. That would have hit me where it really count, or where it would really count is what I'm trying to say. Queen Helen Casey, beautiful Christmas decorations. Absolutely. I love where I live. Terry's GG&G, no. He can be on YouTube, though. He doesn't have an actual YouTube channel, but he will come on and answer legal questions if you ask him to. He had for the Tone King, whom I mod for. Yeah, bro, look. If he wants to come on a live show and you want to join us on that panel, I would love to do that. And we could help him get some business that way, too. I think that would be a great show to do. So, yeah, if you can make that happen, Terry's GG&G, that would be great. I'd be all for that. That's awesome. Jeff, I'm having a hard time seeing this because there's not a lot of light out here right now. Jeff Dementa. Sorry, Jeff Dement Law. Okay. Barbara, I've been bouncing between you and Shangy trying to support you both. LOL. Well, that's okay, Barbara. It's not a big deal. You can always catch the replay of a pre-recorded video or a live stream. It's your choice. No worries, Barbara. Do what you got to do. I'm going to watch the Shangy video on the replay. As a matter of fact, I'm going to download it once it finishes processing because I'm sure those people are going to try to flag it down because they have nothing better to do. They don't want the truth to come out. Let's see, we've been on for an hour and 4 minutes, almost an hour and 5 minutes right now. I'm going to head back towards my car, wrap this up, and drop off my equipment in the car and do one more lap. Does anyone have any other questions, folks, while I'm here live on the air? Because more than likely, I will not be doing another stream tonight. But like I've said, or like what's happened in the past, which is what I'm trying to say. Sometimes I just, have a change of plans at the last minute. Then I grab some dinner, and then I end up doing a late night stream. So who knows? There may be a late night with Coach Eli tonight. Who knows? And it's the weekend, so people will probably be up late. But I'm not going to promise anything. I'll surprise you folks. But I can at least tell you this. I will not be doing a secondary stream within the next few hours. If I end up doing another stream, it'll probably happen sometime around 2 or 2:30 a.m. Eastern, which is 11 or 11:30 p.m. Pacific. And if I do that and you miss it, folks, you can always catch it on the replay. You can wake up tomorrow morning over breakfast and coffee and watch the replay if I do a live stream later tonight. Oh, folks, that's what you were talking about. I'm going to come over here and show you what I couldn't show you the last time, because those the lights are on right now, and you'll have a better angle from over here to see right behind me. Between what the park has done and the house across the street, this is an amazing shot. I'm going to show you folks right here. That's why I love where I live, folks. I don't care how much it costs. This is my home. This is where I live. Home is where the heart is at. I don't know if you folks can actually see that. And I don't know how clear it is, because it's nighttime and the auto exposure has to fill in the darkness. Can you folks see that? Pretty. Good night, Travisine. Thank you for being here, man. I'm going to go up above. Let's take a look. Just enjoy the scenery for a second. Isn't that nice? I'm just letting you folks enjoy it without me saying anything. People are taking pictures out here. That's why you're seeing the flashes. But I'll come closer here. You see this area right here, folks? The area where I'm at. Those of you that have been following me for a while, you remember when the circus was here? The Zappi family circus? These lights are in the same exact area where I'm standing where the circus tent is at when they do the circus here every year. So, we have a lot of great events that happen here at Red Morton Park year round. But I want you to see this house across the street. They do a great job, with the lighting. This is beautiful. Like, I would hate to see this guy's electric bill at the end of December or beginning of January. I mean, tell me, Barbara, you think this guy's power bill is going to be cheap next month? It's a little chilly, so he's probably using the gas to keep the place warm. And then all the lights, that electrical bill is going to be sky high. I'll tell you that. But it's awesome. Isn't it worth it? Like, take a look at that. Take a look at that. I'm trying to get it in here as best as possible. Nice trees. Especially in California. Yep, well, yeah, everything's more expensive here, Barbara. Millie is snoring. Oh, that's great to hear, Marcel. I would hate to see what the electric bill looks like. Yeah, Queen Helen Casey was thinking the same thing. How much is that electric bill going to be? Maybe they split the bill with the park, or maybe the city pays for it because it actually enhances what the park is doing. It's just beautiful between that house and the entry way to the park. Like, this is the main entrance to the park when you're walking over here. Where all this is at. Now, there are different points of entry, but when you're walking in, this is like the main, like if you look back there, this is like the main entry point for people that are walking. It's just beautiful. We've been on for an hour and 10 minutes. I need to wrap this up soon. Take one more lap and go relax. Barbara, if you can do me a favor, can you reach out while I'm on my last lap at the park to BWI Adventures message and ask her to talk by phone in an hour or hour and a half from now? Because I really want to find out what's going on. Let me get to a place where there's some light. You can actually see me. Alright, I think we're good here. Barbara says, sure. Yeah, I think we may have a hangout message going, Barbara. If not, just create one between BWI Adventures, myself, and you. That's if you're open to that, Barbara. I don't want to force you to do anything. You may be busy. If you're around and you want to help get to the bottom of this, I would prefer that you're there as a witness and to give your feedback, because the great thing about having you on this side here, now that you understand what happened, is that you can get the perspective of being the head person for JB Gunner of the other side. Getting dark, Eli. No, I know it is getting dark, but the auto exposure is still working. We still have 29 in the box. Actually, she was just messaging me a few minutes ago. Well, Barbara, yeah, what I'm going to do is, I'm sure she's listening, BWYA, we're not going to bite your head off. We've got your back, but you got to give us a chance to talk with you and to explain what's happening. We haven't attacked you in any way. We haven't told you to not go to the other side. Heck, I watched almost all JB Gunner's show today, so did Barbara, because we wanted to hear how many more lies he was going to spew about us. So we don't have a problem if you want to support the other side, watching them, whatever. We have a problem when they get in your ear and ask you why you're supporting us, and then it makes you feel like you have to run away from both. That's the only thing I really have a problem with. I'm not even really trying to force people to choose sides. I don't want to have to force you to choose sides, but it's a conflict of interest. And if you come at me saying that, I don't want to be a part of either side anymore because I got in your ear, then that's going to make me want to talk with you and say, hey, whose side are you on? Do you really want to leave one side? I don't think you do. Because here's the thing, BWIA, if you really wanted to walk away from this completely, you would have just walked away and ignored everyone. But you cared enough to reach out to me. So obviously you want me here, and I want to continue having you around here. Because you're a good person and you're a great contributor to the chat. And you've also been a great contributor on live streams before. She's been cool. Did I miss something? Barbara, what happened was she reached out to me. You must have missed the first part when I went live. She reached out to me, which is why I started my show late, and said that she asked me to remove her wrench and that she no longer wants to be a part of either side. And it kind of got to me because she's been flip-flopping back and forth between myself and the other side for years now. This is like the third or fourth time it's happened. So I told her, I got to get going to run my show. I'm already late. Let's talk later. And that's when I suggested we get you involved so that way, we have 3 people on the call. No one's biting anyone's head off. And we have a witness there as well, too. And we keep the conversation safe and simple. Oh, wow. Yeah, you didn't know that. Oh, yeah, because you were supporting Shangy. No problem. I love Shangy, too. I get it, Barbara. And I'm sorry that I started the show late. I was dealing with the BWI Adventures thing. And then earlier, when I was supposed to start my show an hour earlier, something else came up. I haven't even talked about that yet. Maybe I'll talk about that later tonight or tomorrow. So that's what happened. Barbara, I know you know the history of this. All this is them playing the same game with her and other people that keep flip-flopping back and forth between them and my channel. All they're trying to do is get her to come back over there because she donates money and they want her donations. BWIA, I don't want you here for your donations. I want you here because I like who you are. I don't care if you never donate one other penny to me again. It's not about the money. But these people, they're looking at you for the money. Trust me on that. We're not. And Barbara and I will talk with you about that later tonight. Anyway, I've been on for an hour and 15 minutes. I got to wrap this up. I'm sure my battery is probably starting to get low. It's still running. My external battery is working great. But folks, like I said, I may be back later tonight for a late night stream, or I may not. If I don't talk with you folks later tonight, I'll see you all tomorrow for one, possibly two streams. I will do at least another Walking with Purpose live edition, hopefully from a different location tomorrow, if nothing crazy happens and delays me from starting my stream. The thing I can't stand, and it's not that I can't stand it, I'm not trying to get mad at anybody. The thing that drives me nuts is when people message me with something damning right before I'm about to go live. I guess you folks know the perfect timing of when to reach out to me. But that's all good. With that being said, I got to run, folks. I'll see you all later. Have a good night. Good night, everyone. I'll give you a few seconds to say good night. Oh, some troll came in here? Eli, turn your body because the wind was blowing the mic is messing with your sound. Does it sound better now, Barbara? Barbara, does it sound better now? Let me know. Does it sound better now? Before I get on out of here? Oh, man, I missed it. Well, you'll catch the replay in just a few, Emery Shades. Does it sound better before I get on out of here? Somebody answer me. Hello, hello. All right. See you all later. Barbara, send that message. I'll get back to the both of you, you and BWA Adventures in a bit. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye. We're out.